Good evening. Wisdom is knowing what to do next. Skill is knowing how to do it. Virtue is doing it. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayanan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad crowned endurance champion. Cybercrime ring busted and defendants to stand trial on March 6th. Bahrain dispatched second relief consignment to Turkey. Most Saudi regions to witness weather fluctuations until Wednesday. Prime Minister Narendra Modi released Rs 16,000 crore as PM Kisan payout today. News in detail. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad crowned endurance champion. Representative of His Majesty the King for Humanitarian Works and Youth Affairs and the captain of the Royal Endurance Team, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa has been crowned with the gold after winning the first prize in the FAI Endurance World Championship, making him the champion of the 160-kilometer race in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, during a ceremony held at Emirates Palace in Abu Dhabi. His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa was also conferred the gold medal of Best Team and prize of Best Condition. The ceremony was also attended by His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Supreme Council for Youth and Sports First Deputy Chairman, General Sports Authority Chairman and Bahrain Olympic Committee President and other officials. His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad Al Khalifa participated in the crowning of the champions, along with Ahmad Al Raisi, President of the UAE Equestrian and Racing Federation and President of the International Equestrian Federation, Inmar Davos. Cybercrime ring busted and defendants to stand trial on March 6th. 21 suspects accused of defrauding owners of bank accounts will stand trial at the High Criminal Court on March 6th. The public prosecution charged them with setting up a cybercrime, the ring that specialized in stealing money after obtaining details of bank accounts from their owners fraudulently. The investigation revealed that the criminal network managed to steal BD 21,000 from the victims through fraud, said Cybercrime Prosecution Chief in a statement today. The defendants posed as local bank employees and entered in contact with their victims to tell them that their account details need updated or make them believe that they have won cash prizes before persuading them to disclose their passwords. The public prosecution initiated an investigation alerted by the Cybercrime Directorate and the General Directorate of Anti-Corruption, Economic and Electronic Security. It heard the testimonies of the victims as well as the investigator and the official in one of the financial institutions through which the money transfers took place. Local banks were also ordered to track the victims' money. The public prosecution questioned 18 suspects who were arrested as part of the investigation and remanded them in custody, and ordered the other accomplices who are still at large to be tracked down and brought to trial. The Cybercrime Prosecution Chief called on citizens and residents not to disclose or share their bank data with any party except in accordance with the instructions and directives issued by the banking sector and security services in this regard. Industry Minister headed Bahrain's delegation to international meeting. Minister of Industry and Commerce Abdullah Fakro affirmed the government's support to the industrial sector in Bahrain as one of the promising sectors in the economic recovery plan. He stressed the importance of this sector in supporting the goals of Comprehensive Development March led by His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa with the support of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. This came as the Minister headed the delegation of the Kingdom of Bahrain to the meetings of the Executive Committee and the Higher Committee for Integrated Industrial Partnership for Sustainable Economic Development held in Amman, Jordan from February 25th to 26th. In the presence of their excellencies, the Ministers of Industry of the UAE, Jordan and Egypt. The Minister stated that Bahrain's accession to the partnership contributed to enhance the industrial sector with over 10 proposals for industrial projects at an estimated value of over $2 billion, which reflects the awareness of the private sector of these opportunities that follow the industrial sector strategy in achieving industrial integration. The Kingdom of Bahrain joined the Statute of the Integrated Industrial Partnership for Sustainable Economic Development in August 2022, along with the UAE, Jordan and Egypt, with the aim of securing supply chains, self-sufficiency, localization, integration of value chains, creating integrated value-added industries, in addition to economic development diversification, providing qualitative opportunities and sustainable economic development. Bahrain Bahrain dispatched second relief consignment to Turkey. In continuous implementation of the directives of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Honorary President of the Royal Humanitarian Foundation, and under the patronage of the representative of His Majesty, the King for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, Chairman of the National Committee to support the victims of the earthquake in Syria and Turkey, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, RHF, dispatched the second consignment of the humanitarian relief aids to Turkey to alleviate the impact of the disaster. The RHF Secretary General indicated that the second consignment to Turkey contains medical and relief staff, foodstuff, tents, and shelter equipment. He thanked the Bahraini people for their contribution to the success of the national drive to support the quake victims in Syria and Turkey and to alleviate the impact of the earthquake. Bahrain International Garden Show 2023 opens on March 9th. The 2023 edition of the Bahrain International Garden Show, the leading gardening and agricultural show in the Arabian Gulf, held under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and supported by Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King and the President of the Advisory Council of the National Initiative for Agricultural Development, will be inaugurated on March 9th. The international show at the Exhibition World Bahrain in Sakhir will be open to the public on March 9th from 9 p.m. until 9 p.m. and on March 10th to the 12th from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. National Initiatives for Agricultural Development Secretary General Sheikh Maryam bint Isa Al Khalifa said that the exhibition is a unique opportunity, that it is a trade fair that contributes to create important opportunities for the participating institutions to develop their business and expand the scope of their activities locally, regionally and internationally. It also offers ample educational and knowledge insights. Bye. Now we will be back after a very short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Plans underway for new mosque in Salman City. The Sunni Endowments Directorate has signed a memorandum of understanding to build a new mosque in Salman City. It was in implementation of an order by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to launch a development plan on houses of worship across Bahrain, open and restore 20 mosques belonging to the Sunni and Jafari Endowments Directorates, and take the necessary procedures to build 12 mosques in Salman City. The signing took place in the presence of members of the Sunni Endowments Council and Sunni Endowments Director Yusuf Ahmad Noor. Most Saudi regions to witness weather fluctuations until Wednesday. The Civil Defense called on everyone to be careful and wary of unexpected weather fluctuations in most regions of Saudi Arabia, starting from Sunday until next Wednesday. Riyadh region will be witnessing moderate rain. Parts of Makkah will also be witnessing moderate rains, the Civil Defense said. Parts of Makkah, including Taif and Azir region, will be having moderate to heavy rain that could lead to floods. The Civil Defense has stressed the importance of not approaching the sites where rainwater accumulates and also not swimming there because it is considered dangerous. People must adhere to the instructions announced across the various social media platforms. Vatican to open Holy See Embassy in Oman. The Vatican and Oman have announced the establishment of full diplomatic ties with an embassy to be set up in Muscat. A joint statement said this would promote mutual understanding and further strengthen friendship and cooperation between the Holy See and Oman. The decision signaled the start of closer ties with representative of the Pope, yet to be named for the embassy in Oman. The Holy See now has diplomatic ties with 184 nations. There are 4 parishes in Oman with 12 priests. The local church is part of the Apostolic Vicariate of Southern Arabia, based in Abu Dhabi, with Bishop Paolo Martinelli, the highest-ranking Catholic official. The area covers the UAE, Oman, and Yemen. UAE's first bubble run took place on Blue Waters Island in Dubai. The UAE's first bubble run was held in Dubai on Sunday morning. The term fun run took new meaning at Blue Waters Island on Sunday, as many runners took part in the UAE's first bubble run. The race made its UAE debut on Sunday morning, as runners of all ages took on a 3-kilometer course around the island. Giant cannons were placed along the track, blowing a stream of bubbles on the runners as they passed. At the finish line, racers were treated to live music. Prime Minister Narendra Modi released Rs 16,000 crores as Prime Minister Kisan payout today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi disbursed cash worth Rs 16,800 crore to nearly 80 million farmers under the Prime Minister's Kisan Income Transfer Scheme for agriculturists on Monday in Karnataka's Belagavi. An official statement said, under PM Kisan, the government provides income support for Rs 6,000 a year to farmers with a valid enrollment paid in 3 equal cash transfers of Rs 2,000, one every 4 months. It was launched on February 24, 2019, and the first installment was paid. This is the 13th installment under the scheme. The 11th and 12th installments under the Prime Minister Kisan scheme were released in May and October 2022. PM Kisan is a central sector scheme with 100% funding from the central government of India. Identification of beneficiaries is the responsibility of state governments as per scheme guidelines. Any land-owning farming household can enroll itself subject to exclusions such as income ceilings, tax payments, and total asset value. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I am Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.